Hi guys, welcome back for another YouTube videos. Today I'm going to do a reviews on the Arsenal SLR-106FR. First of all, let me talk about the functionality of this gun. It's the AK variant, Bulgarian made by Arsenal, and it's imported to the state by Arsenal, still an Arsenal company, based on Las Vegas. Very unique gun, very reliable, rugged. When I first got it, I beat the thing to hell. Everybody know that Arsenal have one of the worst paint job in the world, or coating jobs. I beat it to hell, and the color and the steel start to fade it out. So I have it Cerakoted, and it's been Cerakoted for the last 2 years. And it's pretty reliable. You know, the coating on it is pretty good. This side folded AK, the little latch here. It's latched into the stock, and how you fold it together. See that click? When you release it, there's a little button here to release the stock and fold it out. This Arsenal here comes with a muzzle brake. This muzzle brake here actually chrome lined on the inside, so you know it makes it easier to clean. This firearm is shoot 223-556. It's not a 7.62 by 39 generic AK, but it's shoot a US NATO rounds 223, and you know I got a couple Mac here. They're all marked Circle 10, which is a Arsenal made. Made by Arsenal, making Bulgaria, actually the Bulgarian made. I believe that this thing was came in the strip configuration with no upper handguard and lower handguard, without the stops, and with a single stack magazine. So what after to bring it in, I believe that they enlarged this mag well here to accept a double stack. So you know you can get the early import that with the smaller mag well, which is not the 922 all compliance. This is all 922 compliance based on what Arsenal said on the website. The upper handguard and the lower handguard were actually made in USA. The stock is made in USA, and the fire control group, which is the trigger, the hammer, and the springs, made here in the U.S. So that make it legal, legitimately legal, to be a 922 all compliant, to consider a a sporting rifle. I'm pretty happy with this gun. I didn't do any upgrade to it, but no problem. I'm here, a little safety check here, and unload it, but still. So I didn't have any upgrade. I didn't do any upgrade this other than the Cerakote, because you know, like I say, Arsenal got one of the worst paint job in the world. Without a doubt, you got this thing. I don't know how I call Arsenal, tell them that you know the paint job sucks. They need to either change it, or you know, give me a idea how to clean it without stripping the paint. They say you break free COP, which is bullshit, because if you got powder build up in your gun, the CLP is not gonna get rid of all the powder. You need to use some kind of solvents. But my back experience is I clean it with a Hope solvent, and they strip the hell out of paint. And you know, by the trunnion here, the paint started chipped out. But you know, you don't see it now because you know I got it Cerakoted, you know, from head to toes. You know, start to fade out, and you know, up here, and start to fade, and inside the carrier groups start to fade out. Here, let me take it apart here, I'll show you. Oh yeah, one more I forgot to tell you. I got a little buffer right here. And the reason I bought it, put it on there, a friend of mine told me they shot my gun to feel a little, you know, the whack, you know, the bolt carrier go whack in this, you know, back trunnion here. So I agree with him, you know, and I was like, yeah, that's true. I also heard that. So I went and go ahead and bought me a little buffer here, you know, to prevent, you know, steel to steel contact back here. See that? It hitting this piece of rubber before after knocked out the rear trunnions. So you know, it's a pretty good upgrade. Pretty happy with it. They claim to reduce the recoil, but you know, I don't see a difference after added on there. I can't tell a difference. So correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. Yeah, I don't upgrade to it. I do the one little upgrade because I want to take the fire mechanism off to get a Cerakoted. The little spring in there. I can't get the spring out of there, so I'm gonna get a spring back in there and out of there. I can't get it, put a spring back. So we'll go ahead and bought me a Capco plate here, a trigger and a fire and a hammer plate to insert in here to keep the little tool pin here, put up the tool pin here in place. So yeah, that's the only two upgrade I got for this gun, which is a good upgrade, I think. And I Cerakote this thing from. Let me take the bolt down and show you. I keep it pretty clean, I shot pretty plenty around through this. Usually a lot of carbon buildup and not very much here. I clean it with some kind of solvents. Pretty rugged, pretty good. Okay, go back to the story here. Arsenal, recommend your CLP only. Don't use any other solvent because you're gonna end up damaging the paint. And I think they blowing smoke because if you have a gun you cannot use solvent on it, which is a joke to me. So they don't want to guarantee it. They don't not admitting they have the worst paint in the world. So I say that's fine. AK is an AK. It ain't nothing wrong with it other than the finish on it. So I cleaned the chamber out. I cleaned this rail out with solvent and all. It's pretty bad from pretty much from here to here and here. This whole thing, it's just peeling off the paint. So I was like, well, I gotta do something about it. So I got a friend here in Wichita, Kansas, FCW Coating, hooked me up with a paint job here for $150, which is really good. As a friend. So that's why I mentioned him in the videos here. He's a pretty straightforward guy. Gave him the gun and told him 5 days later come back and look, put him up brand new. So pretty happy with his work. Check him out, FTW Coatings, good guys. Other than that, very reliable. I got it from a friend of mine as a gift. You can check him out on Instagram, Shen Shootings. A very nice guy. Gave me this gun as a gift, so and I think it told me to put about 500 rounds through this thing. And myself, I put around maybe less. I would say less than 400 rounds through this gun because I baby this thing pretty good, and it's not a bad gun. It's the price wise. MSRP on this thing run about $1,300, which is a very expensive for an AK. Nowadays you can get AR cheaper than AK anyway, but it's a high dollar AK. Most people, I don't think they would pay $1,300 for this gun. I believe he paid $1,000 for this thing, which is street price. And back in the day, this thing probably be about 5 years old. I have no problem. I now watched a couple of YouTube video before I got this, and the guy was just racking the slide back and forth because this gun started jamming. I know that. I'm aware of it. It's on the earlier import because of the gas port here that wasn't opened up, properly for the gas to cycle back. I aware of that. So when my buddy bought this thing, I told him that is some it's happened like that. So he checked with the Arsenal, and they say they fixed the issue, and it's pretty good for a gun like this. Now let me put the thing back together before. Pretty straightforward, guys. Just push it down, slice it in, recoil spring, and this thing is, man, this thing, I baby it because I don't shoot very much of it, but I beat this thing to hell, when I first got it. Because you got an AK. Let me slap the thing back in place here real quick. I don't want to damage my table here. It's in. You got an AK, they got to go out and beat it up. It's what AK known for. The Russian, they designed this for no joke. This thing was is face-to-face in Vietnam. With the M16, so it's battle proven. But this is a newer version of the AK, 74, which is run, you know, a 545, but this is 223, and they come with two different. Well, on the factory when it came with a cleaning kit, cleaning rod here, and the oil, little oil pouch, oil, and a sling, which is still in the bag, and the owner manual. Of course, I can't find it. And please, Austin, no, come on, you send me a 5-round mag, say number 5 here. It comes with a 5-round mag. You know, I don't understand why you send me a 5-round mag. I know we don't live in California, we don't live in New York, we don't live in Michigan, so, you know, I don't know why. Just at least give us one of a 30-rounder or 20-rounder. You know, I don't know. It just don't make sense to me. You know, if you give me if you give me a 5-round mag, you know, if this is California compliant, which is a little, you know, push button here, or, you know, whatever, the release button, what they call in California, then I understand that. But, you know, this, you know, we don't live in a communist state. You know, just give it a better, you know, better mag. But this freaking thing run about $40 a piece, and I saw them as high as 45 bucks. But I got this chew for, I think I got, Buddy Mike gave me one. I bought this one for, I think it's $29 in Gun Broker, which is, you know, a high dollar mag. You know, a mag pull, you know, for my AR would cost me about, oh hell, I don't know, 13 bucks, $14, somewhere like that. But this one, I realized after I shot it, it's actually steel reinforced. It got the, you know, you can see a little steel here. It's like a Glock mag, you know, it's reinforced with steel. On top here, I can see a little steel right here too. So, you know, see steel here, reinforced steel on the top, and also reinforced on the bottom. I don't want to take the plate out, but you can see a little injected mold right here. It's actually mold injected, you know. It was and also I think back in the front and back, you know, was steel reinforced. So, you know, make it more rugged. One thing, don't get a smoky magazine. There you go, man. I can't say it right. I got a 30 rounder with this, and sort of crack right here. Sort of crack, but you know, this one don't. But my 30 rounder does, and you know, I call Arsenal and tell them that their magazine crack on me, and well, too bad they don't stand behind the products again. Which, well, you know, $35 go down the drain. You know, which is, I don't. That's why I try not to use this one very much, because I don't want it to crack. So, you know, if I take it to the range, I use the steel mat with the polymer mat with the steel reinforcement. That's mainly what I use. Nothing fancy with this gun. You know, the reason is I want to bring this AK up is I don't want to show any discrimination for guns. I think it's all equal. You know, God make all gun equal, and God make all men equal. I got a friend of mine. He got 30 guns, but 30 ARs, and I don't know. You know, I don't know why he wanted 30 AR. And I got a friend that got 10 AK, and he hate AR. Period. For me, I'm not discriminating. You know, gun is gun. You know, God make all gun equal. You know, I don't hate one. I don't love one extremely. But, you know, it's just, you know, if you're into gun, and I believe that you have to, you know, like all gun equally, you know, just be fair for the other designers here, you know, not just like one type of guns and you know, tell the rest of the gun sucks, you know. I got a Glock friend told me that, you know, 6-hour sucks, and you know, I understand that, you know, people have different preference, but you know, for me, you know, all gun created equal. Fold this thing back together. Now, the reason I don't do an upgrade on this thing is because I love the way it looks. I saw people upgrade it with the PTT rail here, and you know, the top handguard with the rail on top and red dotted, and you know, and put a tactical stock on it. And, you know, I just don't get it. You know, many people, I know you want to make the gun look cool in the range, but let the AK be an AK, guys. You know, if you want to buy an AK to make it look like an AR, that's fine. It's your opinions. But for me, I like the beauty of it and the beauty of it looks. And you know, there's nothing going wrong with this gun. as far as, you know, look from head to toes. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention to you is this thing was a 1-7 twist rate, so you can shoot up to 72, 75 grain ammo. It's chrome-lined barrel, 1-7 twist. So, you know, with a 16.5-inch barrel, which I forgot to mention the first. But you know, let the AK be an AK. You know, let an AR be an AR. You know, and I also saw some new products, you know, out there that a wooden handguard for an AR and stock. They say it only add a 19 ounces with a little bit over a pound. But, you know, add another pound in your AR, which I don't know. I just think, you know, you get it, make, you know, they design it. They you know, if nothing wrong with it, don't fix it. You know, that's how I looked at it. And I don't want to make my AR or my AK look like an AR, or my AR look like an AK. You know, I like the beauty of it. You know, so that's all I got for you guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Happy New Year, guys.